episode. Gas Network presents Sports for the Culture.
I'm here with the family.
Price, XXV, Double I,
Rome,
D-Malo,
Gruff Lion.
T-Buggy, man.
To the greatest sports show on the planet, La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say.
You know what it is, your favorite sports show, Gas presents Sports for the Culture. I am tonight's host, Young Rome 22 on all social media platforms. That includes Threads. Check your boy out over there. And we got a nice little show for you, little summertime vibes for you tonight. So I'm going to let the fellas introduce themselves real quick, and I'll start with my man to my left.
What up, man? Scrub Line, Good Ass Sports. You know what time it is. Let's get into some good action. Summertime, so it's pretty light on the sports talk, but we want to have a good conversation regardless.
Yeah, definitely, man. Sports for the culture. So we definitely tapped in and got some dope conversation for you guys tonight. So my guy on the bottom, like your favorite football team will be in the fall. Go ahead and introduce yourself, my man.
Just like that dusty yellow cap you got behind you. You need to throw that shit out of here with that Bulls comment. But it's your boy D-Malo, stuck in some booties and some dirty block in Jersey. But you know what they say, dirty Jersey. I'm back.
Yeah. All right, man. Like we said, we got a quick little show for you guys tonight. So let's get into the first topic, man. Let's just dive right into it. And let's touch on it quick because G, you weren't on here last week, so we're gonna jump into some NBA rumors, a little NBA talk, real quick. G, you've been a big supporter. Well, actually, you did hop on, towards the end last week, but you've been a big supporter of Dame. So I want to get your thoughts real quick on the recent news about Dame and everything going on with that situation.
What happened so far? Please bring up the dick.
With the agent, the trade request, all that. I believe you were saying he wasn't going anywhere, if I'm correct.
No, I said he was going to Miami.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
So my understanding right now is that the last thing I personally heard was that since Dame requests, he hasn't talked to the GM for Portland. So it's just a waiting game. It sucks that we might not see this trade happen until the trade deadline during the regular season for Dame to get out of Portland, which is like bad. Just because it's going to suck that these guys don't have the chemistry for the next season to come, which is perfect right now for me. If Dame goes into this year and has a summer workout with Miami, is a perfect time to strike against the Bucks, against Boston. Which I still don't think Boston and the Porzingis trade is going to work out. They've been trying to pick and put any guys with these two guys. It's just they haven't found the right point guard for these two guys, or they had the right head coach, but not the right point guard. And I think right now, if Miami could make the move as soon as possible to get some preseason workout with just Dame and Jimmy, it's on and going for Miami. To start the season strong, you see the chemistry early. Because not everybody gets lucky like the Lakers were. Like, they did a 360 out of nowhere. None of us, except for me, I'm a big King James fan, our king. But besides that, it's just it's not that many. It's not that many teams like this. You get what I'm saying? Not that many teams.
Yeah, I disagree though, G. I think they're gonna get the deal done. I just feel like there's a lot of playing in the media, is what you're saying, is between both parties playing in the media. You got Dame's people in the media saying, "Oh, players are gonna be looking at Portland funny if they don't trade Dame to his primary destination." And that's just talk to them for them to get what they want. And the Blazers talking like they're going to take long. And, it's going to take a few months for us to get a trade done. All they're saying is, look, we're willing to drag this shit out if you don't up your offer. But in reality, both sides are actively working towards a deal. And I think the deal gets done before the start of the season.
Yeah,
it will be a Miami Heat when the season starts this year.
The way it's looking, it's starting to look more and more that way. I was against it in the beginning, man, but I can't argue the facts, and the facts are looking like Dame's going to Miami. But time will tell. Then the other big rumor that I wanted to touch on too, Scruff, you dropped it in the group chat, was it's looking like your boy might actually be staying in Philadelphia. So I know you got the latest on that. I know you're a little excited because we all thought James Harden might be on his way out. But what's the deal with your man Harden?
I actually said this last week. Your boy Bryce ain't on the show today, and he running from his work, a
Pause.
la Dame Lillard. For real, no, because he
Pause.
said I told him I said James Harden is probably there is a chance that James Harden will stay in Philadelphia, and the reason why is this: Dame Lillard's under contract, and he's clearly under contract, stuck, nowhere else to go. That's why he's requesting the trade. James Harden did something a little different. He was technically a free agent. Well, he had the option to be a free agent. He could have not picked up the option on his deal. He had a player option. He could have not picked up the option and become a free agent. He didn't do that, though. He picked up his option to become a 76er and lock into his contract for another year, which means, hey, look, that maybe he wants to lock into that salary, but he also locked in with a contract with the Sixers, meaning we have the right to trade him, or we don't have to trade him until we get the right demands. And he was out there on the boat party with Michael Rubin. I think James Harden will be back. I mean, ultimately, I don't know if James Harden is going to be the perfect fit. It's all ultimately come down to the team to get everything together when it matters most, and what you're going to put around James Harden and Joel Embiid, and also what the coach is going to do. The new coach, Nick Nurse, you know what I'm saying? That team quit on the coach last season. So ultimately, the coaching is going to play a factor. But I mean, they're in the mix regardless. I mean, I'm good with them staying. My thing is, I wasn't trying to lose him for nothing. That's my thing, you know. But regardless, if he opts in for another year, I'm good with it. We can roll. And if he don't come back next season, then that opens us up for opportunity to maybe get somebody in free agency the following year, regardless. But I think James Harden is realizing there's not many options, and there's not a hot market for him. So.
I would. That was going to be my next question. Was like, even if they were to try to fool around and try to trade James Harden, where's somewhere that you can see that even working out?
The only fruitful location that was interested, and there was some traction there, was between the Los Angeles Clippers and the 76ers. But the Clippers weren't willing to offer anything that was worthwhile. The Sixers were looking for either Kawhi Leonard or Paul George in the deal, and they're looking to offer Terrence Mann and some other, minor assets. And the Sixers ain't about to do that. So they just had a guy, James Harden, that led the league in assists last season. So for his market to be so low, it's understandable. His best situation is right where it's at.
Spoken like a true Sixers fans. G, you got any thoughts on the James Harden situation? You think he's staying in Philly still?
Well, earlier today, reports came out that he still wants to leave Philly. Well, it's true what Nick says. Once you opt in, he opts in. He got to stay in Philly. And on top of that, he knows if he became an unrestricted free agent, he would have been fucked contract-wise because no team was going to give him anything he wants. Like even Houston, Houston didn't budge to get him back because he could have opted out and Houston said no. And of course, the Clippers would be crazy to give up. Kawhi. So much, not so much with Kawhi because we all know Kawhi come fucking March, April, and May. He's never to be around. Always gets hurt. But even then, after that, it's just like we all know. It's not what James Harden could do for you regular season. It's what he could do for you postseason. And his postseason value is not worth him getting anything from him. It's like, what can you get from him postseason wise?
That's a fair statement because at this point in James Harden's career, I personally think that's why the market is so low. Is what does James Harden give you postseason? And when you put it like that, I tend to agree with Scruff. Once I look at the big picture, the best spot for him might be the spot that he's at.
But even that, right? My thing is, how long before Embiid gets tired of this shit? Because I think James Harden is out.
I can't see Philly shipping Embiid. Embiid probably is tired of Philly, but I don't know. To me, Embiid is Philly. But I also felt like Dame and Portland would never break up. So who knows? Scruff was making a good point last week about relationships in sports.
Yeah, I mean, the difference is Dame been with Portland for what, 10 years or something like that?
I believe.
You know, Embiid only been in the league for like 5, 6 years, bro. So he got a little time before he doing all that. That's all
But
I'm saying. And he,
so, what point guard would you get him with though? Because you're gonna need a point guard. We all know after this season, James Harden ain't there. My thing, James Harden doesn't stay there past All Star break. He's out before All Star break.
I mean, I think that the best option we have is Tyrese Maxey to play the point guard, but we see what pieces we put around them in the future.
But that's what I'm saying. Because now it's like what we've been saying from the show as of late. He's hindering Maxey's development. Because it's like that's the same
People
thing.
say that, but I don't really buy into that.
But why wouldn't
But I
you?
think the perfect pair would be. I've heard rumors around the Sixers trying to get Zach LaVine. So
Yeah,
I
Zach
would like
Levine.
that.
Yeah, from the Bulls. I would like that because the Bulls need to blow everything the fuck up. Matter of fact, if y'all can't get Zach Levine, try to get DeMar DeRozan.
I like him too. I would prefer Levine though, for real.
No. For me, I personally believe either y'all get one of those two from the Chicago Bulls, and they just ship James Harden out of there. Y'all be straight.
Nah,
Y'all
but
can
see,
feel
that's
that.
the thing though. I don't think that Harden would be involved in that deal. From what I heard, the Bulls are interested in Tobias Harris.
Oh man, the Bulls just suck, man. I love the Bulls, but they be on some glizzy hot man. I hate the way they've been trying to rebuild some of the since Jordan, since D Rose. It's like they don't know how
Yeah, I
to
was gonna
draft
say, man,
properly.
they had a golden one with D Rose, but they fumbled that. So,
They ain't fumble it.
well, I
His
mean,
cartilage fumbled.
they didn't fumble it, but it's like there it's not meant to be for some reason with the Bulls.
Shout out Chicago, man. They ain't been good since this year.
No, I mean that's facts though. To be honest, that's actually an interesting topic. Is like how some franchises can't recover after having like an all time great. Like you look at the Dolphins in the NFL. After Dan Marino, they haven't really been
I don't know. You can't
anything.
say that as of late. You can't say that as of last season and the
As of
season before. You couldn't say that 2 seasons.
they didn't. What playoff wins did they get? What championships did they go to? You feel me? Like the Bulls
They,
have done shit like that too.
since the D Rose era, they won playoff series. They won to
They
Eastern.
were
They
pretty
won
good.
to
They were
East.
pretty good in that era. It's not like we could just overlook that
Yeah,
because
because
that
think
was
about it. The Bulls have to
yeah.
go
They were
against the LeBron James and Miami era. That's a juggernaut on his own.
there were definitely times where the squad was good, but they never ever even came close to reaching the period that they were with Jordan.
Well, of course not. You had LeBron
Well,
James
it's
in
hard to reach
Miami in a
that.
way.
Like any
But
no franchise could reach that.
that's my point. Is like some franchises never recover from having all
But you
time
could argue
greats.
The Spurs did do that because they had the Tim Duncan era, then they had the little Kawhi Leonard era, and then they moved on after
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Very few teams that can do that.
You could say it
Golden
with the
State hasn't been able
Packers
to do that.
in the NFL. They went from Favre to Rodgers. I mean, it's a rare thing.
It's not common. Yeah, it's not common. Yeah, it's not
Kind of
common.
hard. And
Nah,
you need to get the right draft picks, and not even just the right draft pick. Those those good off season trades, the unrestrictions, good signings, the undrafted players. They all need to mush, and they have to have a good GM on top of that, a good coach. Because sometimes it's not even just the players; it's a coach that changes everything. Look at what Miami last year. They had a bunch of undrafted guys go to the finals.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's part of the coach, partly the coach, that's also the GM for finding those guys that fit in the system.
You get what I'm saying? So like everything has so much. It's just not. The Bulls. It's just the Bulls be getting in their own way. Like I like Kobe White. He was supposed to be the next point guard, but they just been like, in and out of the lineup. He goes from a starter to a bencher. Then you pick up all these old guys, and so now what happens to you? What happens to your young guys? You don't even develop them because you're too worried with the old guys you done brought in. All these free agents you bring in, and then you hinder the development of the young guys. So it's like,
Yeah,
oh, you
yeah,
know,
that's
so
fair. That's fair. Any other hot NBA rumors I want to get into before we switch topics?
hmm?
No.
What's the other one?
I mean, there's not too much going on right now that we haven't already really been touching on this summer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, One thing we have been talking about this summer has been a hot topic: Elon Musk versus Mark Zuckerberg. I'm very interested to get your thoughts on this because I don't think we've heard too much from you on this one. The latest that we've seen from this, after Mark Zuckerberg basically copy and pasted Twitter, he started training with some UFC, some ex UFC champions. I don't know if you've seen this, but I want to get your thoughts on being one of our fight experts here at Gas. What are your thoughts on if Elon and Zuckerberg really get in the ring?
I just want to know who pays the ref, who's going to pay out the ref, and and who's going to pull out the, who's going to, you know how, who's going to have the hard stuff wrap tape. So now it's like who's punching somebody with concrete. I want to know which billionaire is going to cheat first. That's what I'm worried about now at this point. Oh my God, Zuckerberg! I'm not gonna lie. I've seen some pause and seen some Zuckerberg tape, and the boy's legit. He's been like, focusing on the fight. I mean, once you grimy dude, the way the Facebook movie came out, pretty shiesty. I'm gonna put my money on the most shiesty of them all.
Yeah, man. The way Zuckerberg is looking in these photos, pause, is I don't see how Elon is gonna go toe to toe with somebody like that. Elon, we talked about it last week. Elon is up there in age too, man. And unless he gonna come out there in the Iron Man suit or something crazy, I don't see it going well for your boy.
Right? Like, I feel like it's gonna be. It's like it's 2 billionaires. What the fuck we gonna fight for? Like, who's gonna get a bigger cut of someone else's company? That would make
Honestly,
it more
if
entertaining.
you ask me, the way it's looking right now is Elon is taking a couple L's. I mean, Uh, Zuckerberg got it popping with Threads. It's one of the most talked about, downloaded new social apps, whatever. And then now he's posting pictures with ex UFC champs. I feel like he's pulling Elon's card right now. Like Elon he's gotta throw some type of punch back, even if it's just a battle of billionaires. He's got to come out with a new version of the Tesla or some shit.
Nah, if Elon Musk really about it, he gonna find all of Zuckerberg's old bitches and I'm all in a circle.
Well, Elon did say something wild on Twitter. I don't even want to. I don't know if you guys saw that. I don't want to repeat that one.
He said some pause-worthy moments.
Oh, big time, big time.
Pause.
I think he said something along the lines of having a literal dick measuring contest.
Hey yo, what? Yo, see, this is why I don't want, billionaires be on some freaky dicky shit, man. This is why, man. See, I don't even want to watch this shit no more, man. What the fuck? What man in his right mind would tell another man, yo, get a ruler. I want to measure your pee-pee. And then you measure mine. What the fuck? Yo, a whole lot of pause, man.
Yeah, man.
The world's crazy.
Yeah, the world is definitely crazy. We got billionaires potentially getting ready to step in the ring. If they do, though, that'll be a wild thing to see.
Facts.
All right, I guess next we can get into this. I don't know if y'all seen this. Netflix is dropping a little special. I believe it's never been done before, anything like this, where they followed three QBs throughout the NFL season last year. I believe it was Pat Mahomes, Marcus Mariota, and Kirk Cousins. This looks like a very dope documentary, in my opinion. I've already seen some clips where Pat Mahomes, some highlight plays, and he's talking that talk. You get to see some behind the scenes action with them, with their family. And I got a couple questions pertaining to this documentary for you fellas. But first, I'm gonna start with the basics. Have you guys seen any of the clips yet? And is this something that you'd be interested in checking out?
No, I haven't seen the clips, but I would definitely check it out. I'm just curious why they picked Marcus Mariota. I guess they wanted to have someone whose job was on the line.
Yeah, so the reasoning behind that is They tried to get someone who's obviously top tier, Pat Mahomes, a quote unquote guy who's got his job safe but isn't the best, Kirk Cousins, and someone who could potentially be benched in Marcus Mariota, which to me is one of the most interesting parts because he does get benched at some course of the season. So it'll be very interesting to see his reactions and all that type of stuff via the camera. But really, I wanted to focus in on Pat Mahomes because very rarely do we see a superstar of that caliber, someone who's in their prime and doing great things that we've never seen before, get documented live and in real time the way that this is happening. So my question, fellas, is how great is Pat Mahomes to you in your eyes? Is he living up to the hype that we surround him with? Or are we overhyping Pat Mahomes? Are we prisoners of the moment? Or like how great is Pat Mahomes in y'all's opinion?
He's the hype. He's the hype. He didn't come in the league expected to be the best player in the league, but once he showed that his level was that, I believe the hype that has followed has been appropriate. And he's played up to that level. Eagles would have been Super Bowl champions if it wasn't for Patrick Mahomes playing outstanding football, bro. I don't know that any other quarterback would have won that game.
That's a fair point. I don't know that any other quarterback would have won that game. That's a very fair point. G, what are your thoughts on Patrick Mahomes?
I was just waiting for him to say something about those plates. when he was talking about his Eagles about to become Super Bowl champs. It's bittersweet, ain't it, boy? No, but it's Patrick Mahomes, man. And to be realistic, this is a guy that after he won his first Super Bowl, we already compared him to Tom Brady, and he has yet to let us down. I can't see him being overhyped. I think this guy is the great best thing that he revolutionized how you play quarterback position now. You see how Madden now throws a side throw now? You never seen that before, Madden. All of a sudden now, Madden's throwing those mechanics into the game. Like,
yeah, I encourage you. I encourage you to check out the highlights from this Netflix documentary because they got them mic'd up for a lot of the plays during the season, and when Pat makes some of these plays, the way he's talking that talk, when he got that foot injury and Andy tried to take him out, and he was like, "Fuck that," and you know what I mean, like it really shows you like the them in the moments, and
so we
I
got
think
Kermit the Frog cursing basically.
I think,
TV or Netflix?
and that's another thing too. I think this will show another side to Pat that a lot of people haven't seen. I think this will help his image, and I think this will catapult his celebrity, or not necessarily a celebrity, but his greatness, the legend, the legacy that is Pat Mahomes. I think will get a big boost out of this documentary.
And think about it like this, too, right? You know how we always say NBA is more about the players and the teams? Is this now the transition for NFL? And now it's not just the shield, but then now they're going to try to promote more of their players. So now think about the endorsement deals these players about. I know the quarterback's going to get the first lick in this to see if they promote players more. Is going to be the quarterback first. And now look at how we're going to how are we going to view the NFL in the next 5 years? Are we going to still talk about the shield, or are we going to talk about the players in the near future? The way that Netflix is doing this.
Yeah, I think it's evolving into a players' league for the quarterbacks, particularly, only because the quarterbacks have enough cachet and leverage to maintain that kind of a position. We saw that with Lamar Jackson this summer, even especially. That was a standoff between the quarterback and the league and the team, and the quarterback came out on top, bro. The leverage is there for the quarterback to be able to do that. You say there's no man bigger than the team. That's wrong. The quarterback is not bigger than the team, but is probably 3/4 of the team or 66% of the team in terms of how important they are to the overall success. So, I could see it shifting towards the players' league in general. And Patrick Mahomes is a guy you want to get behind. I mean, guys like Tom Brady, obviously they did the same thing as well to some extent, but now it's like you got to lean into it. You got a young guy too. So they're going to keep going with it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Peyton Manning. I don't know if he's a producer or what, but he has some type of involvement in the show. So it's like
Oh
like you were
man,
saying, the it's definitely a QB driven league, and the QBs have a level of power even once they're done playing, and I feel like that's gonna help the current QBs. And my next question to you fellas before we wrap this part up is if this show is a hit, right? Obviously Netflix will do a season 2 or whatever. I want you both to tell me 3 different QBs other than the 3 that they've already picked that you would like them to follow in the coming season.
Oh, okay, I'll let G go first.
oh okay. So so they pick okay. For me, it'll have to be someone like Joe Burrow, another good quarterback, and then a bum and Herbert, and then damn, who would be my third one? Damn, and my third one would be, damn, I have his name in my head. What's the guy in the Saints? Damn, I can't remember his name.
David Carr.
Winston,
David Carr. There you go, David Carr.
Carr.
You know, those are big marketing franchises. You got the Saints, you got the Bengals, and then you got the bum ass Chargers. You know what I'm saying? With a bum ass quarterback. So you got a
Yeah,
mid quarterback, you got
that's
a great quarterback, and
crazy.
then you got a bum. You dig what I'm saying? That
I
those
can't
are
believe you. Yeah, I can't just let you throw Justin Herbert in there as the bum. Like
Well,
that's
he's not
not
the
the.
bum. He's not a bum, but he would be like on the same tier as Kirk Cousins.
nah,
Yeah.
nah, Mariota, he is the bum. He is Phillips Rivers Jr. I done said this shit before, and I'll say it again. The man ain't going nowhere. He's just going to the
Yo,
wild card, and he
let's
out.
keep it. Let's keep it a buck. You know you're a bum when you're a fan of a team and you don't even pick your own QB. That's how you know that guy's a bum.
No, because my man's not a bum, and I already told you who the mid was with David Carr. And you know the
Nah,
Giants
you
ain't
don't.
going.
You don't even want
The
to see
Giants ain't
behind
going.
the scenes of Daniel
Listen,
Jones.
the Giants ain't never gonna be on no pay per view network or no network because they don't allow that. We're one of those great kind of franchises. You dig what I'm saying? We don't know what it is to be a commander. The most bullshit ass name. I heard you guys are even about to change our name. Man, listen, just burn that yellow hat behind you, man. Just burn, man. Don't put my
Bro,
nephew through what you go through in life, son.
bro, I got
Take
news for
take him
both of
away from
y'all.
that.
I got news for both of y'all. Nobody wants to follow the Giants quarterback. Nobody wants to follow the Commanders quarterbacks. It is what it is. But I will tell you 3 quarterbacks that they do want to follow. I'm gonna start with the first one. I think the most all eyes on the league. If the Hard Knocks does not select this team, I'll be surprised. The quarterback I want to follow first is Aaron Rodgers because he's a new situation. He's basically it's very interesting. He's in New York. It's a great city. They haven't had
He can check
successful.
himself.
Yeah, it's a great city. It's a great city. They haven't had a successful big star quarterback there for a while. So I'd love to see that. Plus, he's a very colorful guy, very entertaining. Let's follow Aaron Rodgers. I'd like to see that this season, and then I also like to see them follow Bryce Young, the rookie for the Panthers. I think seeing a young quarterback stepping into becoming a leader is a very interesting story, and I think that's something people want to watch. Um, and then the third one I would say would probably be to tie for me. I would probably lean Lamar Jackson. I like to see Lamar Jackson. He just signed a big deal. They got a lot of new pieces going on over there. Or Jalen Hurts. I would love to see him too, obviously, because he's a great leader of men. He's gonna give you some good content, for real.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Jalen Hurts was the top guy on my 3 that I would have them follow. I think Jalen Hurts' leap from last year to the last from the year before to last year, and then watching him from last all season to this year is something that I would love to have the cameras behind the scenes on. There's some great things that he does off the field as well that I would love to have the cameras behind the scenes on. So I would definitely have Jalen Hurts on my list. You guys said some good names. I'm gonna throw some young guys out there though. I'd want to see Kenny Pickett. I'd like to see how a guy who was drafted and now is kind of hated by his city, by his team. How he's dealing with that kind of
Who's
adversity.
hating on him?
Steelers fans are not is super excited. They're not as high as they were pre-rookie season on Kenny Pickett. Um,
That's silly, bro. Because
He does not have a
he
strong arm.
he played pretty good last season, and he should only be better this year.
I don't even disagree with you, to be honest, but I've talked to a few Steelers fans, and I'm surprisingly they're Steelers Nation is not too high on Kenny Pickett. Um, but then another guy that I would have is
He's a virus. This is crazy.
Brock Purdy. And I thought about a couple QBs in on the 49ers. Trey Lance was interesting because his whole situation, being that top draft pick, dealing with potentially not even being the guy for that team anymore. That would be an interesting story to follow. But I think Brock Purdy, hearing his story and hearing about how you just gotta, be ready at all times, be a leader even when you're not necessarily getting the reps. I think that would be a solid story to follow as well, especially with the injury mixed in. So I mean, we'll
hold on. Brock Purdy coming back already? I thought it was gonna be like not until October he comes back.
I think he'll be thrown by training camp, if not before.
Oh, wow. So what was it? Was it his leg or his arm?
It was his arm, his elbow.
Mm.
Yeah, I think honestly that would be another good one for Hard Knocks. More
Yeah,
so
I would.
because I wouldn't want to just follow Brock Purdy. I'd like to see the whole quarterback competition play out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna be more better for Hard Knocks.
Because you got a guy, Trey Lance, who was a top draft pick, and then you got a guy, Sam Darnold, who was also a top draft pick, but is more so like kind of on his last leg. You got a very interesting situation over there. Plus, you got, they're really salty about losing to the Eagles. So I love to see that on camera.
Speaking of them being salty about losing to the Eagles, I don't know if you guys saw the interview that was making the rounds where Debo hung up on a radio host or whatever, cut his interview short due to some questionings the Scruff just actually alluded to about the 49ers being a little salty about last year's loss, being as to how they lost Brock Purdy. So real quick, let's jump into that, man. Do you think that's fair or foul that Debo hung up during his interview due to those questions? Scruff, I'm gonna start with you.
I mean, I think it's fair. You got a right to, have your feelings about things. And, I understand why he's upset, bro. He's upset because they lost. He's upset because he didn't have a quarterback to throw to him the ball. He won the game, got down to it. The 49ers truly believe they would have won that game if they had a quarterback. But I don't know. Yeah, that's just unfortunate.
Do you feel like those?
It's one of those.
What do you want me to do? Like you just got unlucky. Like I don't know.
Do you feel like those are fair questions
or something? Like why are your quarterbacks always hurt?
Do you feel like those are fair questions to ask in July on the cusp of a new season?
Yeah, absolutely. Because if it ends in him being pissed off, then it was a good question.
Okay. I mean, I feel like it's the question wasn't completely out of bounds, but you could have asked it in a different way. You got to ask the question in a way where your guest isn't hanging up the phone on you.
But in this generation, in this era, bro, people is doing interviews. They're not trying, do no Mickey Mouse shit. They're trying to drum up some headlines, bro, and that's exactly what they did. So in that aspect, it was a successful interview for the content creator. Correct. That is what happened. There's some TMZ shit, bro. That's what sells, bro.
So I got what question did he really ask? Like, how do you feel about the Eagles beating you guys?
He asked it in like three different ways. I don't want to paraphrase and catch any heat, but essentially he said, how do you feel about the loss to the Eagles or something like that, and then Debo answered it. Then he kind of rephrased the question again. Then he was like, "Can we move on? We got a new season." Blah blah blah. So he kind of egged him on a little bit before Debo hung up. But I mean, hey, at the same time, it is something that the 49ers have brought up on their own via social media. So we do know that there is some animosity there, but I believe they don't play until like week 13. So we got some time until we get a showdown.
But see, then again, we're talking about receivers, man. Receivers are known to be one thing besides the quarterback's favorite weapon, the divas. And, and Debo Samuel is one of those divas. Last year, before the season started, he was talking about not signing with the 49ers. Remember, he didn't sign the kids' football or what was it, jersey or some shit like that? Because he still wasn't a 49ers. Like, this guy is a diva. He personifies what you want from a receiver, a diva. If anything, I'm happy when I'm a 49ers fan he did that shit. It shows me that he feels some kind of way. If he hang up the phone, then I'm be like, he didn't give a fuck. He didn't put his all into that game, even after property. So I'm happy to hear he wants vengeance against the Eagles. If anything, I got him fucking going for 100 yards against the Eagles week 13. Whether that's in the air or ground.
I'll tell you
And this
what.
is probably just because I hate the Eagles, so it don't even matter.
I'll tell you what, bro. He gonna need a quarterback to throw on the ball, bro. You feel me? He gonna need a quarterback throwing the ball. We don't know what the situation is, bro. Trey Lance wasn't that good.
He got hurt.
Sam
Remember?
Darnold hasn't been that good. That man was seeing ghosts.
Sam Darnold was playing for the Jets.
And Brock Purdy was the last pick in the draft, and now he's got a robotic arm. So like, we don't know what's going on over there, bro. And I care about week 13. I don't care about week 13. They can have week 13. He can do whatever the hell he wants on week 13. Because we come into the playoffs, that's the only thing that matters. And when they came to the playoffs last season,
the way you do business. I like that.
they called that L. They called that L, bro.
No, you're right. I'm gonna agree with you. I don't normally agree with you. If anything, I wish I could throw an egg at you right now. So I want to throw an egg on myself right now for agreeing with you. But yeah, you're right. Like when it comes, it's just like it goes back to the James Harden thing. When it matters the most, that's what we're gonna be talking about. Come playoff. And Debo Samuel better be ready against the Eagles, against any competition come playoffs. Because now everybody's going to have an itch on him. They're going to bother him a little bit. Oh, you booty. Can't do nothing for the team by yourself, can you? Even though we know it's a team sport more than any other sport. But, man, listen, man. I know Philly fans are going to fucking go crazy that day against the 49ers.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know who their corners are, but they better eat their Wheaties that day. That's all I know.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, we got some NFL talk that's coming, man. We gonna heat up, but as you can see, we already excited. Eagles 49ers. T not here today, so you know this matchup will be much talked about.
I just want to say, fellas, we're only 9 Sundays away from the NFL. Count them, 9.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it's gonna be lit. I'm trying to hit some training camp.
You want to go to a circus? You said?
I said I'm gonna hit some of the training camps, but
circus? You say circus?
No, I'm not going up Jersey to watch the Giants play. There are no big blue tents.
You said
They're going up to the Ravens training camp.
Oh, he's going to the Ravens. Oh, damn. Oh, you're right. You are by Maryland. I forgot.
Oh, we haven't. They're actually having joint training camp this season. But anyway.
Oh, you said you're a Lamar Jackson fan now? Oh, damn. I got you with a hat coming. So you're gonna take that nasty yellow mustard shit you got up there.
Look, we still a few weeks away from camp and all that. So let's talk a little bit of summer activities, man. I know some of us have been on vacation. Some of us been enjoying, some fun in the sun. What are some of y'all summer activities y'all been getting into before we get out of here, bro?
You gotta get your girl on some beach, bro. That's all I gotta say.
I've been going to Yankees. I went to a Yankees game. Just having some food festivals, so I might start doing that. And then what else? Oh yeah, I went to the beach, but I ain't too much fan of the beach. It's not Jersey Beach. The shit is disgusting up here.
Did you bring spaghetti? You fucking weirdo.
I was about to ask. You bum.
Only you're the weirdo for not bringing spaghetti. I forgot you the bougie type to buy some $8 slices by the
No, I'll
fucking
tell you
shore.
what. I'll tell you what.
Fuck out of here.
When I was in Mexico and I was at the resort, I seen this little white kid eating the spaghetti on the at the poolside, and I thought about you. I said, you know, G, you know, they did have it on the menu, so the Mexicans knew what time it was, bro. They was like, you know what, somebody's gonna want it. Somebody here is gonna want it because they know they're like, you know what, I didn't see anyone order it, but I'll tell you what, Mexicans do love some pasta. I don't order pasta in Mexico. That's not what I do. I mean, seafood be fresh as hell though.
Of course, you by the coast, you by the shore. You better
My
eat some of
God,
that.
that's what you gotta do. Feel me?
Right?
You gotta do what
And
the
it's
market
cheap.
dictates.
And it's cheap.
Yes,
Seafood
sir.
out there is super cheap out there.
Yeah, bro. I was eating all types of
Nah,
squids and calamari and all types
Oh,
of
you had
ceviche.
octopus? Oh man.
Yeah. Octopus, yeah, all that, bro.
Oh,
All that. Hamachi, all types of stuff.
oh, word.
ramen.
What was that was your first time trying all that? You've had it before.
I've had most of those things, but yeah, it was fresh as hell though. It's always fresh. Like when you're like in a certain area, you gotta do what
I've
the region is privy to.
I've had squid, but I've never tried like octopus. Like, is there like a significant difference?
Yes.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Squid is a lot more thinner. You notice the squid is a lot thinner. Octopus, like the tentacles are a lot thicker.
And it's not that chewy either. It goes down pretty good.
Okay.
I had the ceviche that had octopus in it. It was pretty good.
Yes, that's how they make it. Oh God,
Yeah,
yes.
it was on top of a plantain too. The shit was busting.
Yes, yes.
Instead of
That's
the
how I eat
tostada,
ceviche.
it was a plantain tostone. Crazy. Oh, and I was getting them flautas, bro. You feel me?
Oh, they put my man went out there with you brought back a sombrero for yourself or not?
What? Nah, I didn't bring back no liquor.
No
Well, I
sombrero,
did.
you boy. Sombrero, the hat. Not
Nah, I should have had a sombrero because I got burnt up. But you feel me? Next time I will.
so, ladies and gentlemen, we've been traveling. How about you, Ron? What you been doing this summer?
Oh man, a little bit the same as you, G. I checked out the Nationals down here, baseball. Hit a beach. No, not too long though, but
You say you went to the circus again?
nothing too crazy. I mean, it was indeed much like a circus for my Nationals right now.
Yeah, we're in the
I
same boat with the Yankees, bro. In the same boat.
I mean, at least you can hang your hat on the fact that Aaron Judge has been hurt. We don't have nobody right now, and we're kind of in shambles. I mean, we got some good young prospects. I'm not going. It's not all doom and gloom with the Nationals, but it's not what it was.
It is what it is. Before I cut you off, what else? Besides some
But yeah,
baseball.
man, for the most part this summer, I haven't done big things, but it's been a very chill summer, man. It's been like I don't know if it's because it's like the pandemic is like all the way behind us now, but it's like it feels like everything is like back to just like relaxed summer. Like everybody's outside, everybody's like doing something. Like I feel like I tell myself I'm a chill, I'm not gonna do much, and then it's just shit happening. You know what I mean? So it's like I feel like the vibes are back, man. The vibes are all the way back. So I'm just enjoying life.
Oh man, I'm happy to hear that, guys. Well, it is wedding season too. You
Yeah,
guys want to say any weddings?
my boy Greg just got engaged, bro.
Hey,
G.
congrats to Greg, my boy. Congrats, my brother. May
Yeah.
God bless your marriage, man. To all my
Yeah,
married people, man.
It's definitely we in that age bracket too where you're gonna start seeing more and more of those popping up. You know,
yeah,
more
man.
weddings popping
Tell
up.
me about it. Tell me about it. I feel like the last like 3 or 4 years, bro, there's been somebody I
Yeah.
know getting married in some way.
Just be careful you're not the last friend to get married, fellas. Because then you're fucked.
Nah,
You're
I ain't
fucked
gonna
big
be.
time.
I ain't gonna be the last one, bro. Cause you know what I'm
No,
saying.
only if you're like in a long, you haven't been in a long relationship, you have an excuse. you're that one friend that's been with the same shorty for the last 5+ years, and everybody's been getting married besides you, then you kind of fucked. Word of advice from Gas. You kind of fucked, buddy. Either you're going to do it or not. Don't let her go to more than 2 weddings, because then she's going to look at you like someone
Bro,
else
that's
was
why
doing something.
I
That's what
say,
happened to
man.
my boy. Actually, he proposed to his girl, and they just started dating like in the last year. And his brother was there, and his brother's girl was mad as hell because she got a baby, and she been with this dude for like 10 years. And she like, yo, what the fuck?
You see, ladies and gentlemen, do not, mainly my fellas, do not be that guy that's been in a relationship for plus 5+ years. Everybody else is getting married. You done gave this girl a baby, and she's looking at you like, my nigga, what we doing? Don't be that guy.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
don't. Yeah,
Don't be.
nah,
At least,
that's facts, bro.
at least if you do get invited to weddings, just decline the offer to go. You're like, nah. You ain't go.
Also, man, you got to be careful because even if you get engaged, y'all already engaged and y'all start going to weddings together, bro. Like that's gonna put ideas in y'all's head, man. The bigger the wedding, then you can be like, oh man, they had a big ass chocolate cake and a vanilla cake. Maybe we need 2 cakes. You know what I'm saying? Like then all of a sudden you start comparing. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that at all. Like, but yeah, wedding dangerous. Wedding season can be a dangerous time if you really think about it, bro. You gotta be safe out here.
Yeah, I mean, or just don't be scared. Don't be running from the work. Don't be running from that work, bro.
Hey yo,
You feel
hey
me?
yo.
I'm gonna pull my man Dame. You know what I'm saying? Some of these cats out here running from that work. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you got to know where you at, man. Be at where your feet at. You
They
know.
doing the
Now you
opposite
gonna,
of chasing rings. They running from the work.
hey yo, it's a lot of flipping crowds going on here.
Just saying.
All I'm gonna say, you think you can be like Kiki Palmer's man, being a player down, complaining about her being a mother, and have no right
Hey,
to say
no.
that shit online,
Facts. Facts.
or you could be like shout out to King James and his wife, where Shorty said to herself in an interview, like, yo, I don't worry about the Halam life, I just want to be there for my husband.
Facts, bro.
Keywords, husband, not
See?
boyfriend. See, boyfriends
See?
do dumb shit on Twitter. Husbands get respected behind the scene and on the scene.
And you see
So
how that
choose
worked out
wisely,
for
fellas.
old boy, right? He ended up with nothing. So just keep, you know what I'm saying? Keep it all in perspective, Playboy.
Facts,
No,
Now she out
that's
facts.
here.
it.
Now
That's
you
a
really
true
about to see.
fumble.
Oh, you ain't like that. Oh, now you really about to see some shit. Now that's the thing, bro.
That's a true fumble.
As
Yeah,
soon as you
bro.
give, as soon as you give the energy to it, you lost.
I told you shouldn't have said the I'm a mom line. Now she got shirts talking
Now
about I'm a mother.
she had a whole clothing brand off that
Yeah,
shit. Talking about I'm a mother.
yo, I told
Damn,
you that line was what did him in, bro. As soon as I read that, I was like,
He
bro,
fucking up.
you know
man,
that scene
he ain't got
in
no brothers, no uncles, man. He ain't got no
Nah, he
daddy.
do got a brother. G, you ever seen Insecure?
Nah, I never seen that before.
Oh damn, you don't know what I'm talking about though. But his brother be on some fuck shit. So
yeah.
he on some fuck shit too.
Oh damn, but his brother play a fuck boy. That's what you're saying?
He play a fuck boy and he is a fuck boy in real life too.
Oh damn, but you see, you should have seen this
It's
shit
a two
coming.
for one.
Damn. Hey, yo, matter of fact, he's a perfect man for the character. He ain't even the character. He is the character.
Yep. So
The double entendre.
yep. It's a new era, man. It's a new era, bro. This ain't that, bro.
Yeah.
This ain't that no more, bro. That ain't that. That ain't gonna work well for you, bro.
Hey man, unless you're like the old school Spanish people ways where you done been with the woman and lived with her for so many, y'all just married because I just married. Y'all not physically married, but I mean, y'all not certified married. Y'all just physically married. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. For both men and females, choose wisely. Whether he's gonna give you the ring or y'all just gonna be together.
Yeah, I mean, Cuz fucked up. Cuz fucked up his whole shit for real.
Yeah,
Feel me?
man.
Cause now he not about to be. He probably not about to be around the kid's life like that. You feel me? He not married, so it's not like he wasn't doing. I don't know if the dude doing anything, if he has a job or anything constructive. You know, it's not like he come up with some alimony out of this shit. He just coming out here with nothing. He coming out here
bro,
with nothing. He
bro.
looking weak. He looking weak. He lost his girl, his baby. He ain't gonna be around his baby like that no more, probably, because you know what I'm saying. It's gonna be a bad look. And he's the universal symbol for insecure men.
Yo,
Yeah,
that
that's honestly crazy,
ass,
bro. Because like they don't need him. She doesn't need him like financially, like
You
at
done.
all.
You
She
done. The
doesn't.
one
Yeah, she
thing
doesn't
that
need
she
him at
needed him
all,
for,
bro.
he already did. So like, he fucked up. Cause
Shit.
shout,
cause like
shout out to
now
Kiki
she
Palmer
yeah.
for giving all single men some morale for what
Cause
she
here's
did
the
that
thing.
during that weekend.
Here's the thing.
Shout out to you, Kiki Palmer. I love
He almost reminded her because it's like, yo, bro. He said, "Oh, but you're a mom though." Yeah, like, but I am not your wife. That is a fact. She's going to continue to be a mom without you. She don't need. That's the thing. You didn't realize She don't need you to be a mom because you already done produced the sperm. Your job is done, bro. As far if she don't want
Damn.
you around, you don't got to be around, bro. She could
So
have
my
some
man,
nanny. She could have some
so
fine male nanny if she wanted to.
so hold on. So man's went from daddy, then got demoted to sperm donor. Holy shits. Holy shits. Holy shit. Hey,
Basically,
so you done fucked up. So you done fucked up. You had a
Yeah.
baddie. You went from daddy to her to now sperm donor. Damn, son. I don't think there's no way to go back. You can't even be
Wow.
like, you couldn't even be like baby daddy. You just went straight to sperm donor. Damn, son. Baby daddy's got to wait back in, but damn, sperm donor?
I
Man, you
mean,
done fucked up,
it's
player.
somewhere between those two things for sure.
Nah, he's kicked off the whole team, bro.
You got kicked off the roster, cuz.
Yeah.
So you done gave
Nah,
him.
man. Be safe out here, fellas. Don't be like Kiki Palmer's ex, man. Respect your woman. You know, be on the same page as her, and definitely don't call her out on no social media. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Especially if she ain't your wife. And just because you gave her a kid, don't mean that she's your wife. Make sure you put the ring on it. What Beyonce put the ring on the finger? All that good spaghetti sauce.
See my
Yeah,
thing,
dude.
bro. It's just a simple little change. Like, you shouldn't try to control your woman. You know, if you want to help guide her, that's a whole nother conversation.
That's for the in-house for her. You and
Yeah,
her.
we
You
might
know what I
have to
mean?
bring back the pre-show for that one. That's some deep talk right there.
I mean, your woman gonna guide you ultimately too. Like, sometimes
Oh
be
yeah,
calm.
yeah,
I
definitely.
don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know about that outfit, bro.
This outfit, nigga, this is a gas outfit.
No, I'm just saying, like, no, I'm just saying, she might be wearing some shit. She might be like, yo, bro, I don't know about that outfit, She'll be
Nah, I
like,
mean, like,
Geraldo girl gonna be like, gee, I think you're showing a little too much thigh.
Dog, shut the fuck up. I'm like, baby, you don't like these 5-inch seams no more? Like, no. I'm like, damn, the quads are looking right.
Yeah.
nah, I
Yeah.
feel it though, man. I feel it. All right, fellas, any last words before we get out of here?
Nick is gonna send us all $5 because Philly lost the Super Bowl. Great reminder because we had that talk right now. And he owed us some tequila shots because how dare he go to Mexico and don't bring back no tequila for the team? You selfish.
I actually went to a tequila tasting, but they was trying to hit heads for that shit. I wasn't good.
No. That they do that shit to the tourists. Man, you go to the right bar, you go to
I
the
got
right
that
liquor
free.
store in Mexico, you be all right.
I got that free tequila, and I was like, gracias.
Now, that's my son right there. That's my son. But Vanessa, I done taught that boy well. He said, gracias.
Yeah.
Holy jeez.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
So yeah, that's all
Nah,
I got.
man. We definitely got some heat coming for y'all for this NFL season, man. I'm excited. Got some things in the works, but we're gonna close this one out like we always do, man. Sports